What's up, Arcane Lineages? Let's just get this out of the way. Monk is F tier. The Monk is by far F tier, not S tier.
Honestly,
First of
nerf
all,
monk.
honestly, it was only really good against Thorian, and they nerfed it again. And its flame drop doesn't even kill like regular enemies anymore. Like, it's only niche. Like a couple updates ago was like one tapping Thorian or doing a lot of damage to Thorian, which like to be
Yeah,
fair
but
it was OP then, but it's not anymore.
then again, like every class has had its one-shot moments.
Yeah. Like it's just this monk needs to be either A or S tier. In my opinion. Um, I think they need to bring back the meditating thing where you do more damage, and they also need to just buff its damage in general. I I have a friend who will not stop yapping about how much they nerfed Monk from its peak. It's actually kind of sad. Let's be real. Should we get on to the next one? I'm gonna say Elementalist is low S tier, if not A tier. It's in the perfect spot right now. Elementalist is supposed to be big damage. I tried it with Dolahan earlier. It was pretty good. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it's definitely meta.
I'd say it's like an S minus.
Yeah. Hexer normally would be C tier. With the right classes, it would be A or S tier. But in my opinion, I'm gonna say B tier is a fair thing for Hexer because I mean, like it in general, it just needs to be. It needs to be buffed. Inverse Abyss needs to be buffed. Um, that's really about it, honestly. Inverse Abyss needs to be buffed, and yeah, that's about it.
Yes,
Necromancer,
the best buff of recent times.
yeah. Honestly, like, Hexer is probably the best debuffer, but like, Inverse Abyss is so bad that you might as well just not even get the. And its DOT is basically only really for Dolahan. The DOT has it, so. Alright. Necromancer, though.
Yeah, if you're gonna be running, you're better off just running Elementalist.
Yeah. Necromancer, like, I'd say it's a little bit better than Elemental, that's right. It's just
Infinite summon, just
infinite summons, you can revive people, you're basically the ultimate support, you stay alive, you're good. Brawler, I'd say it's high B tier. It's really high single, well, not really high, it's very consistent damage. Brawler, I'd say they just need to buff the single hit damage, because I like the idea of it being single hit, but it only really does like consistent damage, like for a long time, which like could be buffed, could be nerfed, doesn't really matter. I think it's in a decent spot, maybe one or two slight stat buffs. Dark Wraith though, literally the best class in the game right now. Literally the best class, other than well the one we'll get to. What do I need to say? Overcore passive probably needs to be like nerfed like mega hard because
also.
like it's just OP.
It is a toss-up between whether if you want to run the burst category or if you want to run your I can't even remember. I'm having a little bit of a misinput.
Important phrase. Yeah, little misinput. Saint.
I got the error screen.
Saint, literally the best support. Honestly, Saint could probably get its own tier. It's top of S tier. I don't really need to say anything else. It's the best thing with the best race. You could basically just heal everything. So, Lancer, low B tier. I don't know. It's really okay. Really, it meets like it's kind of niche. Like you might as well run a ranger if you're gonna go speed build. Like It just makes more sense to go Ranger. Now, this one, Impaler's like about A here.
Would you say
Honestly,
top of A or like middle tier A?
I'd probably say top of A, middle tier. It's not as OP as I thought it would be, but it's definitely really cool and really good. I really like the concept of Impaler. I think you should in my opinion, I think you take more damage, like you deal more damage to yourself, but you deal you should be able to deal higher damage than all of these, really. But that's just my opinion, really. Now, Ranger.
I do think the changes to it were nice.
Ranger, basically right next to Impaler. It's really good too. What was it? I mean, with the speed build, which is its best build, it's pretty good. I remember doing like solo Seraphons. It used to be way more broken, but I think it's in a perfect spot about now. It's very. I'd say it's probably a solo build. I wouldn't recommend doing it in a party. Rogue, D tier. It's just a farming one, really. Try to do big damage. I mean, like with the recent buffs, it could probably be C tier. I'll put it in C tier, honestly. It's just pretty good. D tier, I don't really think anything really goes in there, so I'll just delete this. But Rogue,
there's kind of like a very fine line between a C tier and a monk.
Yeah, it's monk just does no damage anymore. I used to do only good damage against like one of the things. I cannot stop harping about this because I keep hearing the end of this. Like I keep hearing monk needs to be buffed, which it does, 100% needs to be buffed. But you know,
I think there's more important buffs that need to be made first.
Yeah, I don't know though. I think monk needs to be buffed. Hexer, which is my favorite one, could probably be like lowered to more generalized. Like it could be made more generalized with like races, but in my opinion, it's about to be here. Assassin though. I'd put it at the top of A tier. I'd say it's really good with like a Dolahan or like a Shia, whatever. It's just a really decent class. Poison is a really good status effect now. It's the most fair one, honestly. Paladin, yeah, I'm gonna say it's about here. Perfect. I don't really think Paladin needs to be it doesn't really need a buff or a nerf. Honestly, I'll put it at top of A here. It's really good support for both of these. Like you're unkillable with both of these, but there's just kind of no reason to go both of these because it's kind of just overkill with a Paladin. You kind of just already win if you do that.
I mean, unless you want to go do some like crazy stuff you aren't prepared for.
Yeah, like metronome. Okay. Metronome, that's the only one where Dark Wraith is like slightly nerfed. Even then, it's still gonna be good. All of these classes.
But corrupt metronome is still always gonna be AIDS.
I think the best stuff for Metron is Paladin, Saint, Necromancer, Dark Wraith. I think that's the most fair. If not, get rid of a Dark Wraith for a Saint. Either one, you're just unkillable. That's the safest one. Blade Dancer. Honestly, I wanna say C.
Above Lancer.
I can see that.
Because Blade Dancer still has its farming capabilities that are still pretty dang good.
I'd say Simple Domain is. I think the
Simple Domain.
Simple Domain Mastery makes it pretty good for solo content, you do a lot of damage, but it's all pretty fair, really. Berserker, I know people are gonna hate me for this, but I can't see anything above C tier. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. I'm being controversial right now.
The Lancer's
Berserker,
arguably better anyway.
I just think Berserker is just an immortal build. It needs just to be rebalanced, honestly. I'll make a slight here actually.
Yeah, we gonna have to get like a rest in peace old Zerker.
Rebalance here. Honestly, if out of all of them, Hexer needs a rebalance with one of the things. Monk needs it. Probably Lancer. I think Rogue is perfectly fine. It's supposed to be really just a farming class. If it's not a farming class, it's like you can do like a Yarthul.
Arguably, I'd say.
Honestly.
Arguably, I'd say Ranger in its own right, if you're not a speed build, needs a rework.
An arcane build of Ranger needs a rework.
It needs a pretty decent buff.
This Arcane Ranger is here, but a Speed Ranger is here. That's where it is. Everything else, it kind of doesn't need to be changed except Dark Wraith, Necromancer. Necromancer's a little bit hard to do. I'm gonna say that.
And
but
a lot of these can be changed like around based off what master you want to go for. But
yeah,
that's kind of a wide opinion.
Yeah, the only one that is 100% needs the best rebalance is Monk. I don't care what anyone says, it just does no damage. I tried to run a Monk build like a year ago, and that was when they actually like rebalanced Monk to have like meditate passive, and it's still not good. It's still not good. Alright, well, honestly, I think that's the end of the tier list. I'll probably make a Wraith tier list like pretty soon, but I think that's the end of here.
And then the Enchant tier list.
Alright. That's it, really. This is the final tier list. Arcane Ranger can go here though, but we don't need to talk about that. Alright. End of video. Subscribe.